It was midday when my father, Wei, and I, Li, arrived at the decrepit mansion in Shenyang, China. This property had become ours through an inheritance from Uncle Chen, a wealthy but reclusive family member. Uncle Chen had never spoken to the rest of the family unless it was a somber occasion, like a funeral. His peculiar behavior had always cast a chilling shadow over family gatherings. Uncle Chen's death had been as mysterious as his life, and now I found myself drawn to this eerie place with my father. The midday sun cast long, eerie shadows across the overgrown garden, revealing the grand but decaying mansion before us. As we crossed the threshold, the dimly lit, cavernous halls swallowed us whole. Our footsteps echoed through the stale air, and cobwebs hung like tattered curtains. The musty scent of age permeated everything. We decided to explore the mansion first, sharing nervous glances as we entered each room. "We'll have to assess what's here so we can sell it all," my father said, his voice low but determined. My father's always thinking about money, I thought, rolling my eyes. We wandered through room after room, each revealing a new layer of bizarre and unsettling discoveries. Antique furniture lay draped in dust covers, and faded portraits of stern-looking ancestors lined the walls. It was like stepping back in time, into a world that had been forgotten by the outside. "Dad, this place gives me the creeps," I said, my voice barely above a whisper. He nodded, his face reflecting the same unease. "I know, son, but we have to assess what's here so we can sell it all. This place holds some strange secrets, and we need to uncover them before we can move forward." We came upon a library with shelves filled with books, some bound in leather so old they crumbled at the touch. In the study, an ornate desk held a collection of old letters and journals, each one hinting at Uncle Thaddeus's obsession with the occult. "Dad, look at this," I said, holding up a journal filled with strange symbols and diagrams. Uncle Chen was into some really weird stuff. He took the journal, furrowing his brow as he skimmed its pages. It seems like he was searching for something beyond the ordinary. We ventured further, finding a dining room with an enormous table still set for a long-forgotten meal, as though the occupants had vanished mid-feast. The grandeur of the mansion was juxtaposed with the decay that seemed to consume it. After hours of exploration, we reached what appeared to be the mansion's cellar. It was here that we discovered a door, hidden behind a dusty old bookshelf, revealing a narrow passageway leading downward. "Dad, should we go in there?" I asked, my voice wavering. He looked at me, determination in his eyes. "We need to assess what's down there so we can sell it all. Let's see where this leads." As we descended into the darkness, the air grew damp and cold. The walls of the tunnel were lined with ancient bones and cryptic symbols. At the heart of this subterranean maze, we stumbled upon a grotesque shrine to a deity that seemed part goat, part man. Its unblinking eyes followed our every move, sending a shiver down my spine. "Dad, this is getting too weird," I said, my nerves fraying. He placed a reassuring hand on my shoulder. "We'll figure this out together, son. We just need to keep going." The mystery deepened as we continued down the labyrinthine tunnels, encountering cunning traps, hidden pitfalls, swinging pendulums, and floors that suddenly gave way. Our resolve was tested, but our bond as father and son kept us moving forward. In the depths of the tunnel, we stumbled upon another chamber, this one housing mechanical cryptids, strange and monstrous creatures that defied explanation. It was clear that Uncle Chen had been crafting these aberrations for reasons known only to him. My heart raced as I realized that these creatures had once roamed free within the tunnels, as evidenced by the gouges in the walls and broken restraints. "Dad, I don't know if we should be here," I admitted, fear clawing at my chest. He nodded, his own fear evident. "I agree, but we have to assess what's here so we can sell it all. We can't turn back now. We need to find out what Uncle Chen was up to." In a concealed alcove, we discovered a collection of passports bearing Uncle Chen's name but displaying different faces, evidence that his experiments had reached far beyond the mansion's confines. "Dad, these passports, they're for different people," I said, my voice trembling. Uncle Chen was involved in something much bigger than we thought. With each unsettling discovery, fear tightened its grip on our hearts. It became apparent that our relative had been dabbling in the paranormal, creating beings that should never have existed. Then, with a careless step, we activated a hidden button, and the mansion came alive. Doors slammed shut, eerie lights flickered to life, and unnatural sounds echoed through the tunnels. The nightmarish beings Uncle Chen had created closed in on us. "Dad, what do we do now?" I cried, panic welling up. He grabbed my hand, his grip firm. "We stick together, Lee. We'll find a way out of this together." But that idea changed immediately. As we were separated in the chaos, I found myself alone, facing one of the mechanical cryptids. It resembled a grotesque fusion of a wolf and a spider, with sharp metallic legs and gleaming red eyes. Panic welled up inside me as the creature lunged forward, and I narrowly escaped its grasp. I continued to navigate the tunnels, encountering more of Uncle Chen's twisted creations. Each encounter was more terrifying than the last, and my heart pounded in my chest as I desperately searched for a way out. The tunnels seemed to warp and shift around me, making escape a harrowing challenge. The twisted passages led me deeper into the heart of darkness, where the air grew colder, and the walls seemed to close in on me. Strange, eerie whispers echoed through the tunnels, as if the very walls were alive with malevolent intent. My heart raced, and I knew that time was running out. I had to find my father and escape this nightmare. As I rounded a corner, I stumbled upon an old study where a flickering lantern cast eerie shadows on the walls. Desperation fueled my search, and in that study I found a journal that hinted at Uncle Chen's true purpose. The pages were filled with cryptic writings and sketches of nightmarish creatures. It seemed that Uncle Chen had been obsessed with creating a legion of paranormal beings from various cultures, all with the power to reshape the world to fit his dark desires. As I read those chilling words, a realization washed over me. Uncle Chen had not only created these abominations, but had unleashed them upon the world. The mechanical cryptids were just the tip of the iceberg, and the true horrors of his experiments were yet to be revealed. My determination to escape grew stronger, and I noticed a hidden mechanism in the study. With trembling hands, I activated it, and a section of the bookshelf slid away, revealing a secret passage leading to the outside. It was my only chance. Gasping for breath, I fled the cursed mansion, leaving behind the horrors that Uncle Chen had brought to life. The mansion stood silent, as eerie and enigmatic as ever, its secrets still concealed within its decaying walls. Outside, I found my father, waiting anxiously. We embraced, both relieved to have escaped the nightmarish ordeal. We knew that the dark secrets of the mansion were safe, hidden away from prying eyes, and that the malevolent entities Uncle Chen had created would never haunt the world. Together, we contacted a specialized company to disengage the monsters and remove any evidence of Uncle Chen experiments. As the removal team worked diligently, dismantling the grotesque creatures and sealing off the tunnels, they couldn't help but ask questions. "What are these things? What kind of place is this?" the foreman inquired. I exchanged a glance with my father, who understood the need for secrecy. "Oh, these," I replied, trying to sound nonchalant. "They're just animatronics for a movie project we were working on. Special effects, you know." The foreman raised an eyebrow but didn't press further. Their job was to get rid of the monstrous contraptions, not to delve into our secrets. Weeks passed, and the mansion was eventually handed over to a collector who would never know the true horrors that had transpired within those decaying walls. My father and I left Shenyang behind, forever carrying the memories of our terrifying journey. We knew that the dark secrets of the mansion were safe, hidden away from prying eyes, and that the malevolent entities we had encountered would never haunt the world again. As we drove away from Shenyang, I couldn't help but reflect on the elaborate lie we had told the removal company. The monsters that had terrorized us were gone, and the mansion's history would remain a well-guarded secret. But the nightmares they had inflicted upon us would linger, and all of the horrors that had lurked beneath the surface. We hope you enjoyed this one-of-a-kind story. Thank you for listening and visiting our channel. We really appreciate it. If there's any stories you have, true or not, please let us know and we'll have a look and your story will be featured on They Always Hide. Till next episode, keep safe in the real world, and we will see you again. Oh, and we hate to state the obvious, but would you mind hitting that like button and subscribing? Thank you and see you soon.